Yo, what is up, y'all? It is StrawhatYomo, and we got our boy Dcentos. Go ahead and say something for the people.
Hey, what's going on, man? I just want to say, uh, 11 form, crash out. It's like,
Yeah. But yeah, you know what we're here for. You see it on the screen. We're talking about Demon Slayer,
hmm
the one and only, Demon Slayer, and is anticipated season three, four.
uh,
Is it what's it? This is four, right?
I guess,
Or three?
I guess
Not
four,
counting the movies. Not counting the movies.
because we got this one, Mugen Train. No, well, I guess
Uh,
Mugen Train was a little piece, but that's Entertainment District Smart and Swordsmith. So I guess it's
so
four,
four. It says four.
technically. It's
Oh
technically
yeah.
four.
It's crazy. I forgot about that Swordsman's art.
It was
But yeah,
trash.
season four. And we're here to talk about Demon Slayer. And this season started off very. How do I put the words? Gotcha.
What
I
you mean
feel
by that?
like I feel like I got baited into playing one of those gotcha
Gotcha
um
game.
phone games. Yeah, gotcha
You want
games
Zenless Zone Zero?
where no. I feel like that's what I got where I'm going in here hype, like, yo, it's Demon Slayer about to go crazy. And all throughout, filler. And we got this a little
Nah.
sliver
Okay. Okay.
of this is me, a little sliver of this crazy action 1 hour sequence that went stupid crazy.
hmm
And I know it's filler because I've already read the manga. I know what happens. And they really fleshed out this entire season and added a lot more stuff that wasn't in there, or they increased the pacing of it. And I felt like this could have been I get why they did it to promote the movies that are coming out, but at
hmm
the same time, it's like, man, I feel like I didn't really get much out of the season except for the very last episode.
Okay.
That's why I said, like, I felt like I got a gotcha moment where
Interesting.
I'm pouring money to get this rare
Okay.
S
Okay.
card,
All
I'm
right.
trying to get this rare S card, but
All right. And
I
and
don't
I
get it.
actually disagree with you. And maybe my perspective is different because I haven't read it. But for me, I mean, first of all, I mean, you read the title. It's called the Hashira Training Guard. So first of all, you already know it's a training guard off rip. All right, so
Hmm.
let's act like we know what we getting to begin with. Two, this to me, and I haven't read it, but to me, this is important because we actually don't know anything about the Hashira. And if the Hashira are going to be a part of the fight, we need to learn about them and they need to characterize them.
Of
And
course.
we haven't had that in the entire anime. We didn't know about the Stone Hashira, the Wind Hashira, the Snake Hashira. We barely knew anything about them. So to me, this is necessary characterization, and I wouldn't call it filler because you need it. Because if you don't have this, then the fights in the next three movies aren't as impactful because you don't know nothing about them. So to me, I was actually glad that all right, like finally we get to learn about the Stone Hashira. Like he's actually blind. Like
Yeah.
he's the strongest one. I didn't even know he was the strongest Hashira. I thought they was all on the same level. I didn't even know that. Like no, he's the strongest one. We saw his training arc, how he came to how he came to be. So for me, I I mean, of course, it's not the fights we want, but I was glad that we got this characterization because, in my opinion, if we got those three movies and didn't get this arc, I would have been like, I don't care about these characters. Just give me Tanjiro versus whoever, you know.
Hmm.
So I
I
liked the season. I didn't think it was filler. I thought it was necessary.
No, the parts that are necessary were the characterization. All that happened in the manga, but there are certain instances of where they just kind of not flesh it out, but drag things on for too long, or they added some stuff that weren't in there. That's my part what I had an issue of because they know this arc was only in the manga, only a couple chapters. It was
hmm
not a full fleshed out season. So that's what my issue is, and I've heard people's other issues with this season that this was only supposed to be like maybe 3 4 episodes, but they decided to like they pulled everything out. Like, oh, we got to set things up for the movie. that was my issue when it comes to this season, especially as someone who has already read it. Now, if
Hmm.
you've never read anything about it, you would think like, oh, it's okay, it's a good season. I like how I learned about this character, this character. But if you're a manga reader, you would know that like this was not supposed to be this long. Like it didn't last that long. You got
Hmm.
all that characterization, but they summed it up. Like they went in detail like they did in the anime, but they summed it up. So
Mm.
that was my main concern about the season. And I think IGN even wrote a review. I didn't read it, but I think they gave this show like a 6 out of 10 this season.
Oh, I don't
Um
be trusting
and
IGN or nothing.
I gotta yeah, I don't trust IGN. 3 out of 10, too much water. Uh but I gotta see what they talked about, but I'm sure it might be similar. But that was my main complaint about the season. Animation is always gonna be fire. It's ufotable, the same people who make Face Day Night,
Hmm.
so and Demon Slayer has made so much money for them, so much money
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
they're chilling. Like you're gonna if you go to a cosplay or even Halloween, you're gonna see Demon Slayer. You're
Shoot, I
gonna
have a
see
Demon
Demon
Slayer sword.
Slayer. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna see. I got a Demon Slayer poster at DreamCon. You're gonna see Demon Slayer everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So it is a staple in the anime. It is like basically the big three, if you want to
Yeah.
say. It really is the big three. Um,
Um,
but back to the season. The last episode
yeah.
went stupid crazy. Like
Yeah.
I went crazy. Like my girl was next to me and she was looking at me like, what's going on? Like I'm over here yelling and screaming after seeing the Stone Hashira going at it with Mugen,
Mm.
And it felt good seeing it because I forgot how all this happened. It's been years since I last watched it. So seeing it all happen with the high stakes, the animation and
Exactly.
everything, I ain't gonna lie, it got me really
Yeah.
hyped for the
Exactly.
movie,
Like when they
even
all
though
when
the
they all
movie's gonna take
charged
six
in,
years.
when they
Oh
all
yeah.
charged in, he was like thunderclap. Everyone was doing a special technique. I said, "Oh shoot!" Like first of all, Bull started off on a staple because he blew up the entire mansion like on some like yo like on some type. So
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
he said I don't care about my family at all. Like we about
Yeah.
to get this man right now. I
Yeah, yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
oh. It was it started off really hard and let's just the animation sequence. It was just so beautiful, and I really
Mhm.
liked how the very end of it, like where Muzan brings everyone to the Infinity Castle, because
Yeah.
throughout those 8 episodes, like they had one of them just spy on everyone, and I was
Yeah.
like, why are they spying? Like, what are they trying to do? And then he was like, nah. He said, I'm gonna bring all y'all to the Infinity Castle, and we gonna end this right now. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
about
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
box.
I
So
feel like the movie, the way that I can't even hate the way that they did it for the movie. Does it feel gotcha? Yes, but at the same time, it's like they're gonna allow them to get their time and
mhm,
go crazy on these movies, like crazy. Like if you think
mm,
you're hyped for this, man, like the movies,
yeah.
it's gonna be insane, and those theaters are gonna be packed.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on the movies, and so the one thing I've heard is that first of
Also, hold
all,
on, I want to cut you off, but real quick, we got 5 minutes. Just to let you
okay,
know.
all right, 5 minutes. One thing I want to say is I've heard that a lot of people are saying that there's actually not enough time, or I guess not enough to animate the movies, in a sense that like if every movie's 2 hours, like it's not long enough. Like they need to do like 24 episodes. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I'm hearing.
I feel
Like
like
it's gonna feel rushed.
yes. I feel like yes and no to where uh that I feel like the 24 episodes isn't bad, but at the same time the movies isn't bad because you saw what they did. Like I'm over here complaining because they fleshed out things and they added some things. They're gonna do the same thing with the movies. If they did it for the season of the anime, they're gonna do the same thing for the movie.
Mhm.
So like I to be honest, I want to watch this in the movie theaters. I need that
Mm,
sound and everything. If they're gonna do it like the Mugen Train, which really wasn't that long,
yeah,
I need that.
yeah.
I need
Well,
that.
so like what 2 hours is what equivalent to like 4 episodes, right? Give or take. So
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I, so I'm guessing I guess it's gonna be 12 episodes. I mean, if it's 3 movies, 12 episodes over the span of 3 years, pretty much. I think. I mean, I think it's a cool idea. I think, but to me, I think I would prefer episodes just because
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
it'd be faster, and like those movies,
It's gonna
they're
take. It's gonna be
like,
give or take timeline wise. I'm saying
yeah,
like 4 years.
yeah. I think it's, to me personally, I think it's gonna be like 6 years,
It could be. Yeah,
like 3 to 6 years, because people are saying like, oh, like, first of all, when you're releasing movies, a big thing about that is just advertising and making money. You
yeah.
are not going to do more than one movie a year. And just from a business perspective, no franchise has ever done more than one movie in a year for a sequel. So I'm thinking like minimum a year between each movie, but likely it's gonna be 1 year, take a break, next movie, take a break, next year, take a break. So I'm thinking 6 years
I
from,
could. Well, I think they can do back to back movies, like not in the same year, but every like year one, do this year two. Like say next year, 2025, they're gonna drop a movie. 2026, they're gonna drop a movie. 2027, that's what I'm thinking. But at the same time, they're gonna flesh it out. This is the final season. They might pull a Attack on Titan, where it's like Attack on
finals.
Titan season one, part two remix of Final Fantasy. They might pull that.
Yeah,
So I'm expecting that. But I at least I know that I'm going into this season or this next movies knowing that they're gonna put their all into these
yeah,
movies. Just for that little sequence of him going against Mugen, that's how I know.
yeah.
2 minutes left.
No, I know they're gonna bring their A game, so I'm excited for. I just wish I'd rather get 24 episodes.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. I'd
I'd
rather
rather
get
just get
24
24
too.
episodes. So I mean,
Because
we.
they want that money at the end of the day. And
Oh yeah,
how greedy again, gotcha. It's a
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Because I know Mugen Train made a lot of money. I don't know if the other two movies did, because they were kind of ripoffs. But
No, yeah, they were ripoffs.
yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
No.
So I mean, hopefully, I'm hoping. I'm hoping each movie is like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes, and just give me like three of those, and I think that'd be solid. So I mean, we've got a lot of interesting fights coming up. So I'm curious
So
to see how they take them out. Curious to see how it ends. And shoot, Demon Slayer. Yeah.
yeah. What would you rate the season?
What I rate the season? I think it was a cool 8. I think it was yeah. I think it was solid. Nothing too crazy. I mean, like I said, it was necessary, but although it is necessary, I mean, Demon Slayer still doesn't have strong writing to me. I've said this since season 1, so, and I will
Yeah,
not change that since.
1 minute.
So the writing is still average, but I mean, they're doing good with the animation, so I give it an 8.
For me, I give it like a 6.5 or a 7.
That's fair.
Um, again, I just feel like it's a gotcha moment. They'll flesh out a lot of parts that did need to be fleshed out, but I mean, it is what it is. Regardless, it's gonna sell. People are gonna be excited about it. So I'm excited about it, even though I didn't like the season that much. So yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what we thought about Demon Slayer. Let us know what y'all think in the comments down below. And yeah, you know where to find us on social.
Yeah,
So peace.
we out. Peace.